Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 642, Intestate. Here's Stanley. Alright. Intestate, what does that mean? That means dying without a will. Alrighty then, as an author, you have an estate. If you have any books published, if you have any articles published, if you have anything published which delivers revenue, you need a will. Because no one can take under your estate unless they have legal authority to do so. If you have a business checking account, if you have a checking account that's just in your name, if you have a car that's registered just in your name, no one can transfer that without a judge's order. It's just like a search warrant. The police show up with a search warrant. A judge gave them that search warrant, not the police. Judges are the only ones who grant access to your private stuff. So, if you have an account, if you have an Amazon account for your publishing and only you have access to it, and only you have authorized access to it, so you need an order, a probate order. It's not just show them a death certificate. You need the probate order saying, yes, I am the authorized person by this judge to handle this person's affairs. How do you do that? A will. Otherwise, the judge just goes by state law. Maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's not. And if you have an old will, make sure you update it, because your ex-wife might get your IP. Don't do that. Or ex-husband, or ex-anything, or your dog, if you were very, let's say, forward-looking and left everything to your animal, then whoever provides for your animal, don't do that. Make sure you do a literary executor, which I posted a generic codicil, which is a legal attachment to a will. Yeah, you have to execute it in the same way, but still a codicil for signing a literary executor, somebody who knows what the hell to do with your intellectual property. Do not pass without a will. And I don't care what age you are. You need to have a will. And it could be very, very simple, but you've got to help the judge help you just in case you pass away. I can't emphasize this enough. Having a will doesn't mean, okay, I've given up, I'm going to die. No, not at all. What it is you're protecting your assets, you're protecting your business. It's also peace of mind. Hey, if anything happens to me, here's exactly how it's going to go. You can update it. It's easy. If you die without a will, all of your personal financial life must be frozen. No one can spend money out of your account, even if they have access, unless they are a co-owner. Now, a spouse, and in the government's eyes, that's a person married, your married spouse. If you have a joint account, they can use it for joint debts, joint assets, the mortgage, stuff like that. However, you need to get your ass to probate, and then they will determine here's exactly what happens from here. But like an Amazon account, only you have access to that right now. That's the way it is. You set it up. So Amazon cannot do anything with that account, cannot give that information out to anybody without that judge's order. So, don't die intestate. Bottom line. All right. I think I've made my point. No matter what you do, have a will. It can be simple. You can do a one-pager. Neil Gaiman has a blank one-pager on his blog. Find it, pull it up, use it. Simple. All kinds of will programs out there, all kinds of ways to help you, help yourself, and make sure that you take care of your heirs. Now, if your heirs don't want it, guess what happens to all your IP? It dies. It dies along with you. Nobody will do anything. Nobody has access to it. So if you really want to punish your heirs, don't have a will. And then throw it and cast it upon the wind and let it happen, whatever. Think about all that work you did in your life, wasted. Don't waste your life's work. Peace, fellow humans.